Now on the RickVanMan channel, we head down to the allotment where Rick continues his ongoing journey into growing his own food.
Well, hi guys, this is Rick. I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope you can see and hear me okay. As you can see, I'm not in my usual vehicle. My van's still being repaired, but they're telling me it could be up to 3 weeks. Apparently they're waiting on some parts. But luckily they've given me this little Astra van for the duration of the time the car is in the garage, or the van is in the garage. So I'm just heading off to the post office, got a few bits to do, and then I'm going to head down to the allotment. And I want to show you around, see what's going on down at the allotment, and show you a few things. And I'm actually going to have a go at putting one of the paddling pools down, just to measure up more than anything else. Right, we're at the post office now. I've literally just got to jump out and post these letters, and I should be back in a second. It's an odd sound. That's gone off now. I must admit, this is a very nippy car. If you stick your foot down, it's a 1.9 turbo diesel. If you put your foot down, it kicks you in the back, but then you realise you've got even further to put your foot down, and when you put your foot down even further, it kicks you in the back even further. It's quite scary. I have to be a bit careful, otherwise I'm going to end up with a blooming speeding ticket. It's got 6 gears on it as well, 6 forward gears, which is the first time I've driven a car with 6 forward gears on it. But unfortunately, despite it being a nippy little thing, way too small, just so small for me. Don't really enjoy it that much. But look, whoa! If you put your foot down, oh my goodness! I have to behave myself and be careful. Anyway, right, so heading off down to the allotment, and I brought my cameras with me, so hopefully you guys can see what's going on. And I basically want to show you how the entire allotments, you know, all of the allotments at the site where I've got my allotment, how they've just not been very good at all in dealing with all this wet weather that we've had. I keep putting it in 6th gear, thinking it's reverse, because 6th gear is where reverse gear should be. I'm really struggling to get used to this. It's always tight round. This is what I mean by when people park opposite the gate, which they normally park here where my back end is now. It means I can't get any deliveries even to this gate that's got a bit of a run up to it. Anyway, right, I'm just going to open the gate and I'll be back. I'm going to show you something on the other camera. I'll do that now. Get my little Kodak Play Sport out, and I just want to show you something. See you in a second. Okay, that's the gate. Now this guy in this allotment, you can see how waterlogged it is. Now he's dug a ditch here, and I always use this as my measuring stick, and basically if there's water in this ditch, then we know everything is going to be waterlogged on my pitch as well. But I mean, look how waterlogged the whole pitch is. Completely just, like, you know, it's just like under an inch of water. It's ridiculous. And the same goes for everywhere out here. I'll show you. I'll pull the car up and we'll go take a look. I'll film with this. Now, what you can see is basically everybody who's spent so much time digging over their soil, and you know, doing all the double digging and doing all the things that's right, and really making their soil work. It's not so bad there, but it's just all gone completely flat. Look how flat that is. It's completely flat and waterlogged. And I mean, you can see puddles of water everywhere. Look, that's completely waterlogged. You see all the puddles of water in it? And it's just not right at all. I just remembered I didn't shut the gate. Duh, what an idiot. Right, I'm just going to go backwards and shut the gate. So basically, what I figured out is if I had done what a lot of people have suggested to me last year by double digging over the soil and sort of really kind of working the soil, it would have been a complete waste of time, because there's so much waterlogging here that it's just literally all gone completely and utterly flat, and it's just turned into this big, when it dries out, it would just be this big lump of cake. Literally, look at this. This is, let me get my camera. There it is. This is my site. Here we are, a couple of weeks away from, or maybe 3 weeks away from starting to plant, and the whole lot is underwater. Right, I'm going to turn this camera off now. Let's go in and have a look. I'll be using this camera. I'll see you in a minute. Now, I suppose I should say, first of all, it's actually nice to see the sunshine. We haven't had any sun for, what feels like weeks, so it's actually nice to see it up there. It was a bit brighter this morning, but unfortunately it started to cloud over again. Typical. So, here's my plot. Completely and utterly useless. Cannot do a thing. You can see how wet it is. It was all nicely tilled, and now it's just one big flat lump of cake, and it's completely unworkable. So you can see why I'm thinking the only way forward at the moment is to grow above ground, because it's just completely unusable as it is. Soaking wet, water everywhere. I don't even walk down there. Unfortunately, my guttering has come off, so that no longer works, so I can find a new home for this now. But yeah, look, completely unusable. Let's have a look inside. This is I have to put an extra bit of wood on there. There's a bit of bowing going on. Looks like some of the water's got in here when it was particularly wet. Whew. Although that's not too bad, it's just seeped in a little bit. Right, what I have to do, cobwebs everywhere. What I am going to do, I'm just going to move this up into the corner, I think, and I'm going to trim my vine today. Now, I had a chat with my brother-in-law, who he actually grows grapes himself, and what he said was you basically need only sort of 2, perhaps 3 things coming off, and no more. So literally we've got like one main one there that splits into 2, so perhaps I'll leave those 2, and then he basically says you don't really want the ones coming out the bottom here, so what I might do is just get rid of those, so we just end up with 2 coming out, and then I'll trim off any of the others. Same goes for this side. Let's have a look. We've got one main stem coming off here, and then it goes into 1, 2, 3, 4, so it splits up. So I'm going to trim that down, so I've only got about 2, maybe 3. I'll get rid of this one here, and then so hopefully the grapes will put all their energy into what will basically be last year's wood on the remaining vines that I choose to keep. Now that is interesting. Every single one of my sunflowers that I left in here, the sunflower heads, all of the sunflowers have been taken, and all of the sunflowers have been opened up. I reckon I must have a little mouse in here. That's really funny. I wasn't actually planning on planting sunflowers again this year, but every single one of my sunflower seeds has been raided. Look at that. So I reckon I've got a little mouse. It's got to be a mouse. I can't see anywhere that a bird can come in here. Oh well. That's quite funny. Right, okay, well it's all as it should be in here. I need to take my wheelbarrow back with me, because when the van arrives with all that soil, I need to wheel it into the back garden, and then I shall just bring the soil down here as and when I need it. So I'm going to put that by the van now so I don't forget it. that's annoying. I thought I packed my secateurs, but I haven't, so I've managed to find these scissors in the shed. So I'm going to have a go at these grapevines now. Okay, so let's have a look. Basically all I've done now is I thinned out the grapevine. So I've chopped all these off. It was a bit of a hatch job with those scissors. I thought I had some secateurs here, but I didn't. So basically we've just got two lengths of last year's wood, and I do believe as long as I make sure no more shoots come out here, or if they do, then I'll just chop them off, then it will put all of its growing energy into last year's wood. Same here. We've got the main stump comes up, splits into two, and I've literally just got the two coming off here now. Hopefully, according to my brother-in-law who's done this, he grows these at his house, I should get some grapes this year, so that should be nice. Okay, right, now I need to get one of the paddling pools and let's see if right, this is my paddling pool. Yes, I know. Anyway, let's have a look and just basically see if it fits. I'll switch over to that camera to test this out. If I can remember how to switch it on. There we go. Okay, you get the basic idea. Now this is, I thought it was, when I looked at the pictures I thought it was cardboard coated something, but this is actually sheets of plastic, and there is also a label on it. It must be on the underside. I won't, there it is, yeah. It says no dangerous substances basically used in the making of this item. So hopefully we shouldn't have chemical leachy issues. I'm going to use it inside out for obvious reasons. But I'm thinking, well, this is going to be strong enough. If this is strong enough to deal with the weight of water, and you know how this sort of volume of water, you know how heavy that would be, then it should have no trouble at all with soil. And because it's inside the polytunnel, we've got the ultraviolet protection. So the polythene is it has this coating on it that stops the degradation from the rays of the sun. Let me just bolt this door up, otherwise it's going to keep opening. There we go. So now I've got 8 of these. I think actually, for some reason I visioned them in my head being slightly bigger, and I might have had an issue walking between them. But I think I'm going to be able to get 2 in there just about. I'll have to. Oh, I should have bought 2. Or I might be stepping over them, I don't know. But we will go right up to the edge. There's no reason why they can't do that. And I should be able to easily get 1, 2, 3. I could get more than 8 in here. But I want a little place to maybe have a little stack. I've got a stacking shelf thing that I want to go in here this year as well. So I'll have some room for nursery plants and stuff. So you know what? I think that's going to be fine. And I think I might be able to use those for quite a few years. Don't know. But anyway, the general thinking is get cracking with these this year, and then perhaps in the summertime, I've got some wood here, I've got a little bit more kicking about, I can actually make some raised beds as well, and then perhaps as these deteriorate I'll replace them with the raised beds that I build. You know, the options are wide open, but you can see because they're only 4 foot wide, they're quite manageable. I think obviously I have to cut holes in them. That can be interesting. Do I cut holes in those and the floor underneath? Don't know. I'm certainly going to be poking holes in the sides here anyway, so that should be fine. In fact, do I even need holes in it? I suppose I do, yeah. Yeah, but because this is like plastic, it's not going to affect the strength if I drill holes around the edge or poke holes in the edge. I think you'll find this quite funny as well. This is my little container that had all my seeds in it from last year, and I was just going to have a quick look through, see whether there are any seeds that I could use this year. Oh, hang on. See if there's any little seeds that I could use this year. And it looks like they've been raided. My little mouse has found his way in there and he's shredded it all. Wouldn't surprise me if I found a little mouse in there as well. Nope. That's actually quite funny. Oh, he's left me dinosaur kale. Okay, oh that's good. What's the date on that? Used by... oh, snipped the bloody... That was clever. I snipped the blooming date off. Oh, I'll keep that one. I'll have to take them back with me if I don't want them eaten. So by 2014. Right, so I've managed to salvage some seeds. I'll take them back with me. And those, they'll have to go in the rubbish. So I can go in the rubbish bin there. And I'll clear that lot up when I'm here next, when I haven't got the camera and I've got a free hand. Right then, well that's it for now. I can't really do a lot more till I get the soil, and I can get that at my leisure. I'll probably get it in the next week or two. That'll be delivered on a pallet to my house, and then I'm going to ferry it down here with the paddling pools. Everything's secured. All the doors are shut and locked. Looks like the rain's going to be coming in. We've got some big black clouds over there. But let's just hope we get a decent bit of sunshine this year, because it's not fun battling against these elements. I'm just really glad that I actually got the polytunnel built last year, because at least I've got, you know, the area within the polytunnel that should give me a fighting chance of getting some decent veggies this year. Alright, just going to open the gate. Oh, there we go. All done. Could be awkward fitting my new van when I get my big van again. Could be quite awkward fitting it on this little patch of drive here, because my nose is sticking out into the road there. But I'm looking at, I think basically I'm going to go for a transit. I've looked and looked and looked and looked, and transit, my head is saying transit, although my heart is saying Mercedes Sprinter. But it makes sense to get transit. But I'm going for either medium wheelbase or long wheelbase. And of course, just being a car here, you can see how close the gate is behind. So if this is a long wheelbase transit, my nose is going to be right out in the road there. So I might have to go for medium. We'll see. Anyway, that's another video. I was going to say something now, I've completely forgotten. Ooh. Yeah, big black clouds coming in now. Right then, so that's it from the allotment. I'm not sure when the next allotment video will be up. I know a lot of you are waiting sort of quite eagerly for the allotment videos. Just kind of hang in there, because allotment videos will be coming thick and fast again once I hit the ground running. At the moment, again, life is just this constant this constant waiting game. You know, I've now been told I've got to wait 3 weeks to get my van back, then I've got to go and trade it in for something else, which will probably take another week or two. And again, life is a bit, without my van, life's a bit, it feels like it's a bit in limbo. So but there we go, it's just a case of doing what I can when I can. I've got another video I want to make about electromagnetic radiation, which I found quite interesting and has caused me to make some changes, but I shall do that in another video. Okay, that's it. I'm out here, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this video wasn't too long and boring, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.